Hello there, everyone. Welcome on Wise and Tries Building channel. My name is Jacob, and today we are having, finally, after maybe a month-long delay, another one, another episode of Mountains of Evolution Park, the park series which will be preparing us for the Jurassic World Evolution 3 and also paying some tribute to Jurassic World Evolution 2 for all of those years of development and playing around in this beautiful game, because still it is a very good game, but the successor is going to be even better. And the last week of news was showing us today. So, coming back to the build, today we are building something huge, and also that means I have to talk about changing of plans for this park build, but starting from the idea. I wanted to make this ground plaza, the Release Day Plaza, which will be set just at the when you are going down from the main plaza, the entrance plazas we built a month ago, actually. So you are actually welcomed, which to the park, and it is the tribute to the launch day of Jurassic World Evolution 2, where every single ordinary person could finally jump into the game and play around. So we started to have fun, which was on the 9th of November. And I remember I was really excited, but it was maybe it was, but it wasn't so long ago, and now I cannot even. Actually, I cannot believe we are having Jurassic World Evolution 3, but it is what it is. Time is passing by, and finally we are having another successor, which will be having, which is having already loads and loads of features that we wanted here in this game, and I cannot wait for that. But still, I'm so excited for Evolution 3. I'm forgetting about this park. So for the first part of the speed builds, which fortunately is not very long, because of the break, I wouldn't be able to do very long voiceover for that. I was just playing around because there are a lot of cuts, because many of the speed build material was just deleted because it wasn't. It was a pack of ideas that didn't make it. It was me just going back and forth planning it out. So I spent maybe an hour going through all of the footage that, of course, the sped up footage, because I would sit here on the PC whole day. I don't have so much time, sadly. I was just sitting and on the speed up footage deleting all the parts that wasn't incredibly interesting in my opinion, so everybody can watch it and have some interesting ideas coming back and forth during this speed build. But what the idea about this plaza is, I wanted, first thing was it to have it ground and for it to house some animals, house the species that were with us from 2021 when the game finally launched. So actually the 2021 section in the park is complete. Maybe I will make, or I will do off camera, some little touches so it is even better and it looks even more impressive. But for now I will say that I didn't do it for this episode because it's already a very long delay, and I really wanted to get this video out because I think the plaza turned out really well. I think that still I have to practice a bit more doing those plazas, huge and magnificent, maybe playing around more of the pathing that will be in my mind for the future. But actually, let me know in the comments down below. These are open for you. I'm really open to your suggestions, your opinions. I would love to read what do you think about this project. And also, coming back to the plaza and its animals, I don't think I had ever so much animals in one episode. Maybe it was the episode with the petting zoo in Canada Lake Park, because in this episode I added loads and loads of those small species to the petting zoo. Just we were walking down to the kingdom of Tyrannosaurus Rex. You could just pet some holocephaly on the whale. But over here also we have even more species, and I think I actually even make too much for one episode. I was even considering doing it, splitting the episode in half, so It will be the episode 2, but it will be only half of the build. But I decided to go on. Have this delay. I had this delay already. Decided to, if there is delay, I will just go with it. But this plaza houses for sure Dryosaurus and Brachiosaurus at this actually opening exhibit with the Jurassic World gate. You will see all of this in the cinematics at the end, so stick around at the end of this build. But coming back to the build, there are Brachiosaurus and Dryosaurus welcoming you in this magnificent view. There are those 3-section lagoons I'm building around right now, and this houses, I think, the Tylosaurus and the Ichthyosaurus and it wasn't the Matambarosaurus, the Atambarosaurus, which is one of the representatives of the deluxe pack, which is also released with the launch of the game. So I think that I had to implement that over here. Also, up ahead there is another deluxe edition animal, the Johnstownbergia with the Tapejara at the aviaries, and the other aviary houses classically Dimorphodons with the Pteranodons, which don't have the Jurassic Park free skins sadly, but I'm really sure I will reuse those animals in the maybe 2023 section where they was added, or maybe it was 2022. I don't remember. I have to check right now. I would like to check it, but still, I would like to use it in the 30th anniversary of the Jurassic Park section in the park, which will be in the 2023 part of this project. And also, we have the Mosasaurus, and finally, we have Mosasaurus on the channel. Now, thinking fast, I don't remember if I ever add Mosasaurus anywhere. Maybe not. I didn't add Mosasaurus, I think. Oh my god. But yeah, finally we have a pair of Mosasaurus over here, and also we have some representatives of it was the early Cretaceous pack? Maybe it was the early Cretaceous pack. Let me check really quickly. But we have in the park Rolosaurus, we got Minmai, and we got Workersaurus and the back. So smaller exhibit, but still I really wanted to mention them, so they have some. They are remembered, because when they were added we were happy because it was the first DLC. Also the Minmai, the Brachiosaurus was incredible. The Chronosaurus shark eating animation is incredible, and I really would like to go back. So we have, yes, it was the early Cretaceous pack. I was checking, yes, because I was thinking about also the late Cretaceous pack, but it was coming out later in the development. But so we have all of this tribute also for the animals that were added, and also the animals from the DLCs. And also, if you are hungry, you can just hop into the monorail station at the entrance plazas and go over here really quickly. I was really fiddling with the space because making this map, I made this mistake with the placement of the mountains, because I went so much to the border. At one point there is loads and loads of space at the other end, but not so much to expand over here, so I couldn't add another monorail station, which takes so much space and has so ridiculous constraints with the hitboxes. It was unbearable, so I just go with it at the top. I still really hope that I manage to make it happen. And also while building it, I was because I don't have exact plan for the monorail tracks, but I really wanted to implement it over the park. And firstly, I would like to have this big one route for the monorail, so it would be going back and forth around the park with these one stations. But I think I have to scrap this idea and go with 2 separate lines, just like you are in the big cities of Europe, for example, or in the New York. We got those metro stations, these subway stations, and there is not only one line, but there are loads and loads of lines. Maybe they are going just a straight line, but still they are crossing each other, and it is more efficient. So I would like to go with something like that. There will be still in circles, but I think that it will be easier also for me to implement and build that. So we have this grand tour all around the park, and also maybe not also, and that will be stopping just next to the next monorail, connected to this smaller circle around the park. so everything will be also made really good for the guests and for the park staff and also our dinosaurs, because I really don't, maybe in selected habitats, but I don't really want to go with the monorail in the habitats. You could also see that I really choose to go with the monorail in the Mosasaurus Lagoon, just behind the aviaries, because I think I really wanted to go back to this Jurassic World feeling, the opening scene of Jurassic World, and would like to just admit that. And also, I was thinking about adding the Innovation Center at the top, but I went with the Jurassic World Gate instead for the exhibit because I wanted something grand that will be just decorating the top. But I scrapped this idea again because I originally and still I want the Innovation Center to be at the end, at the 2025 section, at the top of the one of the second tallest mountain I think in the park. So it could be seen in this when dinosaurs walk the earth sign at the top. So you could see both the Jurassic Park Visitor Center and the Jurassic World Innovation Center from one point. And with this setting of the park, it wasn't possible. So I went out with this idea with Jurassic World Gate, and I think it turned out really, really well, especially with the Brachiosaurus going by. And over here, I'm already building the exhibits that were added at the end of the back, and I'm using rocks to actually separate the dinosaurs, because those exhibits will be for the early Cretaceous Park animals, the Minmi and also the Warhosaurus. And in the database of dinosaurs, it said that they don't really like each other. And I know we are in the sandbox mode, and I don't have to actually care about that. I could just put the Triceratops with the T-Rex in the same exhibit and nothing will happen because we have those settings. But still, I decided to go with this more interesting idea. So when you are standing on this small plaza, you could see at the both sides of the rocks. On the one side, the Minmi, on the other side, Warhosaurus. And actually, I think it turned out really, really well, and I like that idea because I wasn't doing that so much in the past. So that's another thing to try. And also, you could see that I added the zip lines, which it's different because it wasn't added in the it wasn't added in 2021 with the launch. It was the first anniversary of the game in 2022. But I decided to add them because this section is towering over the 2022 section, which already had zip lines, and I didn't want to have those big towers just towering all over the aviaries over the park, because actually they were, I don't know, I don't like the look of those very high towers of the zip line, and just having and just getting the advance of it being at the top of the mountain, so those towers don't have to be so tall. I decided to go with that, and you are just sliding. You can go, actually, maybe there is 3 routes. There are 3 routes down. Maybe these are 2 paths going down, so you can go on foot. You can go by the monorail, which will be built in the future, and also you can zip line down into the another section of this huge park. And this zip line will be over the Camp Cretaceous inspired habitat. I haven't planned it yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. Actually, really excited to implement maybe Apatosaurus or other animals, which was also implemented in the show, and also use the invisible fence to also implement Monolophosaurus, because these guys are beautiful, have incredible skins, and I don't use them very often, which is unfortunate. Also, I would like to very quickly talk about the small change of plans, because I really want to make smaller builds, because I made this build and it was already a month of delay. So I decided very quickly to build smaller things. Maybe it will be more episodes, but at the end, where will be no time, I will just spam maybe two, if I get it done, 2 videos in a row in a week, so we can get it done, or for the Jurassic World Evolution 3 launch day, or for the birthday of Jurassic World Evolution 2. But that will be all for the speed build. I really hope you enjoyed it. You get some really interesting ideas. Again, stick around for the cinematics at the end. As always, they are prepared for you, so you can see the final result in the flesh. and have a wonderful day. That's all for me. Goodbye for now.